Hey y'all, so we back with Women of the Bible. Althea, an angry woman. Althea at glance appears to be nothing short of wicked. She's hardcore, low down, good for nothing, and rotten to the bone. How often, after all, do you hear of a woman murdering her own grandchildren to grasp power, like she did following the death of her husband and son, the king of Judah? Growing up in the royal family of the northern kingdom of Israel, Althea was the granddaughter of the Artaxerxes king Ari, and a daughter of none other than the notorious king Ahab, who was married to Jezebel. Though it is uncertain, some believe that Jezebel was Althea's mother. Talk about a general curse. The makeup of Althea's life is nothing short of a cancerous nightmare. Imagine coming from the family into which she was born. Though her family had power and money, they are remembered for their evil choices and idolatry. Althea grew up in a palace, steeped in Baal worship. Such a life certainly influenced her later choices. She became a woman who was power hungry, violent, and evil. Prison, detention centers, and rehabs are full of Altheas. Angry woman who lash out violently at anybody and everybody, trusting no one. Altheas believes that anger and violence as the reality of life. After all, that's the way it was with her mama and her mama before her. Altheas tends to deny that their own anger is the problem. They usually blame the problem on something else. I'm black, I'm poor, I'm fat, I'm ugly. Everybody else always picking on me. Altheas tends to see themselves as victim. This thinking ultimately produces what the very good thing it believes. But the excuse of victimization becomes a prison, trapping them in their own anger. Letting go of their anger at the world is often difficult to do, but letting go is the only way for them to give their burden to Jesus and let Him truly love them. Althea has to evaluate the past, release unhealthy patterns, and learn new patterns to live healthy and whole lives as daughters of God. Moving right along to Queen Vashti, a woman of strength. King Ahasuerus, the ruler of 127 province from India to Kush, gave a banquet for all his underlings, probably in an attempt to rally support of an invasion of Greece. He and his royal cabinet and possible leaders partied for 180 days, 6 months. This probably meant 6 months of drinking, telling tall tales, and more drinking, plus whatever unmentionable things they could think of doing. An after party, which also includes all the local residents, lasted another 7 days. While the men became drunk at their party, Queen Vashti gave a party for the women. On the 7th day of the after party, the king sent 7 eunuchs to get Queen Vashti. She was told to come to the men's party wearing a royal crown. She was his trophy and he wanted to show her off. The eunuch came to the queen to deliver King Xerxes' message, but she would not come. She would not be made to look like a fool to these principles, women to whom she was an example of all that woman could be. Now she was not ignorant of the price she would have to pay, but she was willing to challenge the king's drunkenness, foolishness, in order to be true to herself. This woman was a strong sister, willing to take a chance for the good that she might be able to do for those who came behind her. Sometimes we have to step out of there and be an example so that those who follow will know what can be done. Strength and wisdom are qualities that each of us needs to rely on God for and encourage in our sisters. We have but to remember our history. Hatshepsut, the Egyptian queen of the 18th dynasty, the beautiful warrior queen Makeda, and Zenema, the Amazon queen of Matamba, West Africa, Sonia Truth, Harriet Tubman, Mary McLuhan Matthew, Marian Anderson, Barbara Jordan, Fannie Lou Hamer, and Rosa Parks as well as the woman you have been blessed to observe. So y'all be back with the woman of the Bible by my reactors.